It's noon on a Monday. You're sitting there, maybe staring at your laptop, and a thought creeps in. I have homework. Your brain fires back, yeah, but it's just 1 hour of work. You could be done by 1 p.m. And then it hits you. This is the last bit of work you have for the next 3 days. If you just knock it out now, you're free. Total freedom. 3 whole days to relax. But then, your brain throws a curveball. Actually, this might take 3 days. This isn't homework. This is a dissertation. Sound familiar? Today, we're going to talk about something that most people with ADHD experience but rarely recognize: time blindness. As a psychiatrist, I can tell you, this is one of the most damaging yet under-acknowledged challenges that people with ADHD face. It's not just a quirk. It can ruin relationships, careers, and lives. Let's unpack this. We all know the textbook ADHD stuff, right? Trouble focusing, getting easily distracted, emotional ups and downs. But time blindness? That's a different beast. It's a subtle, sneaky deficit that flies under the radar. I've seen it destroy relationships, partners getting frustrated because their ADHD spouse is always late or forgets plans. I've seen graduate students nearly flunk out because they couldn't meet deadlines, not because they didn't care, but because they simply couldn't grasp time the way others do. Let's take a basic example: procrastination. People with ADHD often say, "I don't know how long this will take." Could be 30 minutes, could be 3 days. That's not just poor time management, that's time blindness. It's an actual deficit in the brain's ability to estimate how long something takes. And if you can't estimate time accurately, how do you plan? How do you schedule? How do you even start? When someone without ADHD thinks about a task, their brain gathers all kinds of data: how long similar tasks took, what steps are involved, and makes a pretty decent guess. This'll take about 2 hours. If you have ADHD, your brain can't do that. It's not about being lazy or distracted. It's a neurocognitive gap. Now imagine trying to organize your life without any reliable sense of how long things take. It's like trying to drive a car with no speedometer or fuel gauge. Your brain becomes this broken clock that either overestimates or underestimates everything. So naturally, planning your week, semester, or even a vacation becomes nearly impossible. Let's go back to our Monday example. You're sitting there thinking, if I start now, I'll be done by 1 p.m. Sounds great, logical, but then your brain shifts. This might take 3 days. Suddenly the task seems enormous, like a mountain you're not ready to climb. So what happens? You don't start, you avoid, you panic, you feel like a failure. That's not willpower. That's time blindness at work. Time perception comes from specific regions in the brain. One of the main ones, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, your internal clock. It helps you track how much time has passed. Think about when you're working on something and suddenly realize 4 hours have flown by. That's your internal clock in action. For people with ADHD, this clock is often broken or inconsistent. This explains why you hyperfocus for hours and lose track of time, or forget to pick someone up from the airport. And when your internal clock is off, external time, appointments, alarms, deadlines becomes a guessing game. So what do? Here's the good news. Your brain isn't broken, it's just wired differently. The key is using tools, external reminders, to make up for what your internal clock can't do. Neurotypical people use calendars, clocks, alarms too. But for folks with ADHD, these aren't just helpful. They're essential. If your brain can't estimate time, you need visible markers, frequent alerts, structured routines. Not because you're weak, but because it levels the playing field. And most ADHD advice out there? It focuses on symptoms. You procrastinate. Try this tip. But it doesn't go deeper. We have to go to the root. When we fix the estimation issue, everything else, planning, punctuality, procrastination, starts to improve naturally. Here's where time blindness plays tricks. Overestimating time. You think your homework will take 3 days. It actually takes 1 hour. So you delay, thinking you don't have enough time to finish it now. Underestimating time. You think you can finish a 5-hour task in 30 minutes and end up missing a deadline. Both errors sabotage your momentum and self-esteem. That's why training your brain to visually break tasks down, use time trackers, and build structured routines is so powerful. So how do we actually improve time estimation? Later in this video, we'll be joined by Dr. Michaela Thorderson, a specialist in neurodiverse skill building. She's going to share actionable strategies, worksheets, timers, and systems you can use right away. She's also hosting a workshop on social and time management skills for neurodivergent folks. Stick around to learn more about that. It could be a game changer. Let me leave you with this. Time blindness isn't your fault. It's not laziness. It's not irresponsibility. It's not a character flaw. It's a brain-based difference. And when we understand it, we can adapt to it. You don't need to become someone else to succeed. You just need the right adapter. So plug in, power up, and stay curious. Your brain might work differently, but that doesn't mean it's any less capable.